In two recent cases, federal courts ruled against Texas and Wisconsin, which had passed laws requiring a photo ID to vote. NBC News reporting on the Texas law the day it was struck down noted, a federal appeals court has ruled that the Texas voter ID law illegally discriminates against blacks and Hispanics in violation of the Voting Rights Act. Myrna Perez of the Brennan Center Democracy Program stated, "No American should ever lose their right to vote just because they don't have a photo ID." The court sent a message that discriminatory photo ID laws are an affront to our democracy and cannot stand. So let's apply this so-called discrimination test across the board. Is it discriminatory for a state to require a photo on a driver's license? Is the TSA discriminating against minorities for requiring a photo ID to board a plane? How about the U.S. Customs Service? Is it a racially motivated policy to require a photo ID to get a travel visa? For goodness sakes, you have to have a photo ID to purchase beer and cigarettes. Do these laws discriminate against blacks and Hispanics? And the irony of ironies, this picture from the 2016 Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia requires voting delegates to have a picture ID to pick up their credentials. But according to the courts, it's discriminatory to ask for a photo ID to vote in a state or national election. So why is this issue so important to those who support law and order? Because our elected officials have the power to change the course of the nation, and voter ID laws were enacted to make sure foreign influences cannot come in and hijack our elections. By now, someone has said, yes, but voting is a constitutional right, and the other things you mentioned are not. Therefore, it's not a fair comparison. Well then, would you support striking down laws which require a photo ID to purchase a firearm? Isn't that a right guaranteed by the Constitution? Would you support allowing someone to buy a gun by just signing an affidavit which says they are who they say they are? Probably not. And if not, then isn't it a fair inference to make that your objection to photo ID laws has nothing to do with discrimination whatsoever? So what could it be? The only reason to strike down a law which requires a person to have a proper photo ID to vote is that you want voter fraud to take place.